Hello, everybody. Returning subscribers, it is such a pleasure to have you back. If this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe to both of y'all. B-O-F, both of y'all, subscribers and new people. Tonight we are going to be building a tarot pyramid for the zodiac sign of Pisces. Some of my favorite people, Pisces. And I don't know about y'all, I love Pisces. Pisces is that? If anybody knows the correct plural form of Pisces, please leave it in the comment section below. I don't want to sound like a moron. But Pisces really are fine people, salt of the earth. Special shout out to my mother, who's a Pisces. Love you, Mama. And one of my best buddies, Josh. Love you, Josh. No homo. And not that there's anything wrong with being homo. That's totally fine. That's who you are. Good Lord. I'm probably going to get... You know what? I don't mean any harm by it, so I don't give a damn. Whatever. Anyway. There's plenty of things you can make fun of me for being extra heterosexual. People have got to stop being so damn sensitive, man. It's just too much. It really is too much. Also, a special shout out to my new friends, Emmy and Charlotte. I look forward to getting to know you all better, and I hope everybody is coming to the channel because they enjoy the entertainment and the soothing sounds of my voice. I just wanted to... I was studying universal law, and it reminded me of a couple of quotes from one of my favorite TV shows, The West Wing, and a really good movie called Little Giants, and also The Big Lebowski, one of the best movies ever made, hands down. So I'm in a situation right now, not to dump this on you all, but you'll get it once I get to what I'm getting to. You'll get it once I get to what I'm getting to, yes. Yes, we'll go with that. Anyway, so a local car dealership recently has actually made me the victim of what's known as a yo-yo auto dealer fraud. And you'll understand why I'm telling you all this in just a minute. Fantastic. So basically, these people target people with bad credit like yours truly, and they specifically try to get you in there, make you think that you've bought a car and everything's going great, and then they mess up the paperwork on purpose to get the bank to reject the loan so they can keep your down payment, keep your trade in, and get the car back to do it to somebody else so it doesn't have the testicular fortitude to stand up to them. Well, let me just tell you, I have that testicular fortitude. I've got fortitude in spades, baby. Believe that. That also reminds me. One of the only lawyers around this area that deals with that kind of thing told me that I have a case against them, that I could subpoena the recorded phone conversations with the bank in which they said the dealership is at fault, not me. But then also told me that he didn't care to go to court for it. So, as God is my witness, if it takes me until my dying breath to get this resolved, that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you why. The owner of this dealership, whose name I won't mention because I have dignity, that was actually from a movie called Thank You for Smoking with Aaron Eckhart. You're going to find references to movies and TV shows all over the place in these videos, folks, and I hope you enjoy them because I have such a good time. That it's not just me hearing my own quotes. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, it reminds me of Addams Family with Raul Julia as Gomez Addams. And he says at one point, they say the man that represents himself in court has a fool for a client. And then he says, well, as God is my witness, I am that fool. And if that's what it takes, from now until, like I said, from now until the end of time, until I take my dying breath on my deathbed, this will not go unchecked. And the reason is because the owner of this dealership had one of his goons call my mother no less than 5 times in a period of 12 hours. And I've got screenshots where he texted her, threatening her with trying to send me to jail, as if somebody with associated with the car dealership can file a warrant for anybody's arrest. But I have no less than 6 pieces of evidence that prove this dealership violated the law. And I was studying natural law just a little while ago. The law of nature postulates that every violation of the law produces serious consequences. Now, when fear and intimidation and doubt installation, yeah, that sounds good, are the weapons that they're using, a lot of people will just buckle. And the fact is, this place stole my brand new car out of my driveway before the first payment was even due. Yes, folks, and I've got the proof. I actually had one of the Coweta County Sheriff deputies come by and get the evidence on body cam as well as my entire story. I've been in touch with newspapers, news outlets, and all kinds of other measures that I've taken, including filing a report with the Better Business Bureau, a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, a complaint with the Georgia Department of Law Consumer Protection Division. And I'm sorry to dump all this on you, and it'll make sense in just a minute. I'm really telling you this whole story just so I can tell you about the movie quote that came to mind because of all this happened to me. But basically it's like this. The movie Little Giants, the nerdy little kid with the glasses that is going on, and one of the opposing players says something about his mama, and he goes, "Don't be messing with my mama," or "Don't be talking about my mama," like something like that. But it's just hilarious, and that's what came to mind. Also, if you've ever seen The West Wing, one of the episodes where Admiral Fitzwallace is talking to Chief of Staff Leo McGarry, and he says, "You're talking to me about international law? The laws of nature don't even apply here." And that's what I feel like when somebody goes out of their way to harass my poor, dear, sweet, widowed mother, love you, mama, on the only reason they had her contact information is because when you go through all the bullshit paperwork, they have you put references down, and she was one of the references. And so anyway, I told you all that to tell you this. Basically, this will not stand. This aggression will not stand, man. Big Lebowski. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, these people are not taking me seriously, and I have a mountain of evidence. And if I have to, and I've already, believe me, my Virgo side has had me on top of this. I have read Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Woo! Ric Flair fans. I've read Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, 4 times. I'm not even just making those numbers up. And I will continue to study the law until we reach a point where they want to make me an equitable offer, or I will run this thing right into the ground. And all of you tuning in, I hope you love your mother as much as I love mine. I love you, Mama. Practical-minded Pisces that she is a wonderful woman, and she is a blessing to not only me, but to many, many people in this dark, shady-ass, cold world that we live in. Just gonna adjust this X-Men comic book. It's buckling a little bit. Hey, if you're in the Sonoya Peachtree City or Noonan area and you need pet sitting services, give me a call. Hermione's Pet Sitting Plus Mobile Services. I'm literally the best thing that's ever happened to pet care, and I'm going to revolutionize the industry until my logo is more recognizable than Pepsi. Believe that. Now, I literally told you that whole story about the bullshit that's happened in my life so that I could quote The West Wing, Little Giants, and The Big Lebowski. And I'm sorry if that's something that you're not into, but when I was a kid, there was a show on HBO called Dream On, and Brian Benben was the star. And basically, every time he had a thought in the show, it would be a different scene from a different movie or from a different TV show, because the theme of that show was that he grew up with basically TV as his parents. Now, I had the most wonderful set of parents anybody's ever had in my estimation, but that show was hilarious because my father and I were and are such movie and TV show buffs that that's kind of how I think in terms of different scenes from movies and TV shows and such. But anyway, enough about me and my problems. I hope somebody enjoyed that story. If one of y'all work with an attorney or at a news outlet, even though I have contacted the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, WSB News. What? Did I say that already? I'm pretty sure I said that already, and I don't want to just keep repeating myself because that's aggravating. But anyway, if anybody out there hears that story and knows what to do next, I am weighing my options as far as the law is concerned. But like I said, I will never give up. If I have to go represent myself, I'll be that damn fool that has himself for a client. So anyway, gotten that out of the way and off my chest. Whew. One of my purposes with this channel is not only to help other people, but it's also to kind of get things off my chest. I mean, this is therapeutic for me. I love that people are tuning in and paying attention to me. Leo's loves attention. We loves to get paid. Deuce, deuce, baby. Anyway, Pisces, we are going to build this pyramid. This is my new, I don't want to say pyramid scheme because that sounds dirty and it sounds like the fraud that I was wrapped up in, but this layout for tarot is of my own devising. And yeah, so I'm going to do, we're going to build the foundation with my first set of tarot cards. We're going to add the next level with my second. We're going to go cosmic. And then, just to make sure that every reading ends on a positive note, and my archangel being half Virgo is Raphael, we're always going to have the capstone as a healing oracle card from the archangel Raphael. So no matter how the readings go, how bleak it might look, whatever it is that's going on, we're always going to come out with a positive message from one of the best damn archangels that there ever was, is, and ever will be. And at some point, I will be the best tarot reader there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. Woo! Anyway, so let's get going, Pisces. Let's see what we got for you. Alrighty. Yes, indeed. So, intuitively, I'm just going to turn all the cards over except the capstone. And, oh boy, this is looking good. I like this. The design of the read at this point is really the only structure that I've introduced into my readings. As far as the rest of it, I am constantly studying and trying to memorize all the cards definitions, but each deck has 78 cards, 44 in the Healing Oracle deck, but tarot decks generally have 78 cards, except my very first one, in which I added Major Arcana number 22, the Strong Hermit, in reverse. Hermit strength, get some, I'm awesome. My mom is rolling her eyes at this point in the video, I guarantee it, and I hope she laughs when she hears that. So what I'm seeing intuitively is that this foundation is sort of like what's going on now or what's happened in the past. Coming out of that, as we go up and the arrow is pointing towards better things, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Chariot, and we have the Two of Wands in reverse. And I like that, and I also like the Three of Rods in reverse. You know, rods, wands, whatever you want to call them, fire energy. Typically, you're not talking about a person in your life until you get to the court cards, the pages, the knights, the queens, the kings. The Ten of Pentacles, outstanding. What I'm seeing, just right off the rip intuitively, and it's coincidental, although I don't believe in coincidences, that the Moon card shows up. Now that is a Major Arcana card, but in, what's today, the 8th? On November 12th, we have the Taurus full moon. Okay, and so what I'm getting is that every 28 days we get another full moon, and that is always going to indicate a shift in someone's life based on what research I've done, which is very little, but I'm just going on intuition here. What I'm getting here, Pisces, is that this new full moon that's coming up is going to illuminate some things. It's going to cause a shift internally, and you are going to be coming into a lot of money, one way or another. Some of you out there already have a lot of money, and congratulations, job well done. But some fishies out there are struggling. One in particular that I know of is hanging on for dear life to this life. And we're going to make sure that everything is gold going forward. Now, the Four of Swords I like, the Hermit I like. The World in Reverse, I'm actually going to look that one up before we get to our capstone message. But what I feel like is going on is there's been some really difficult times, Pisces, and God, it seems like this comes up every reading. I think 2018 was the most difficult year of my life, to be certain. 2019 hasn't been a whole lot easier, to be honest with you, and that's true for my mom, the Pisces, that I know. I'm not sure about the rest of you guys, but I hope this gets through and resonates with somebody. But what I'm feeling based on this is that the tough times that we've been through, what we have done is we've gone inside for the answers that we're looking for. And that's what the Hermit does. The Hermit stops listening to everybody else around. The Hermit meditates, gets into some form, whatever your form of meditation is. For some people, it's just sleep. For some people, sleep, meditation, it's the same thing. Some people, there are these places you can go to that are big. It's like a big water tank that you get in, basically, so the only thing exposed, and it could be a swimming pool for some people, but it's actually designed for some people, is the only thing exposed above the water is your eyes, your nose, and your ears are completely covered, everything else is submerged. And some people use that as an opportunity to meditate. Meditation simply is rising above thought. And God, what a wonderful relief that can be from time to time, to get rid of our human thoughts and just stop thinking. God Almighty, if anybody's ever had, you hear the stories about people coming up with their best ideas in the shower. Well, it's because you're so focused on the warmth of the water, the relaxation of it going down. You're getting clean, which is another high vibrational activity. And you're doing all these things at once, and that's meditation. So some people can meditate in the shower. But what I'm hearing from this reading, from this particular pyramid so far, and we will look up some of these definitions if I don't forget, Moon and Gemini, scatterbrain, sorry, is that despite all the hard times, Pisces, you've gone inside to look for the right answers, and that's always the right thing to do. This Chariot, another major arcana, is the vehicle to your fortune, to your abundance, to your comfort, to your getting rid of the daily bullshit that people have to worry about. This whole world is designed basically by people that don't know how to love very well. The whole power structure in every country, every government is set up to where they don't want the majority of people to have the most important thing in this life. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality, and I would encourage you to do your own research about that. But the number one thing missing in this world, and the most important and most powerful energy anywhere in this world, this universe, any galaxy, anything you want to talk about, is love. Love is the most powerful force, is the highest form of magic. Gratitude is second. But that's what, the upper echelon tries to keep the little folk from. And that's why, as a general rule, your average person does not care for the government, because the government, you look at your politicians, they're only interested in getting reelected. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me or anybody else that's out there. It's just a fact. I mean, you can name a politician, and I will throw out the exception. One of my favorite politicians, maybe my only favorite politician of all time, a gentleman named Trey Gowdy, who was a Republican congressman from the state of South Carolina. And I loved him because he's retired now, because he couldn't take the bullshit that was going on in the government. But his approach to anything and everything he ever did that I saw, and I've watched hundreds of hours of him speaking in public, his approach was like Sergeant Friday from Dragnet. Just the facts. He didn't get caught up, and they call it political theater for a reason, because it absolutely is. He didn't get caught up in any of that shit. But basically, other than Trey Gowdy, you can pick one politician, go back and watch videos of them from when they first started, halfway through their career, where they are now, you'll see a different story that they're telling for every single one of them. Hillary Clinton is a great example. At first, she was against gay marriage. Then, when it suited her politically, she was for gay marriage. And then she lied about it and said, I was never against gay marriage. Well, we've got the video. Bitch, please. That's Nick Fury from Spider-Man Far From Home. Bitch, please. And from, a dozen other characters in a dozen other movies. But anyway, basically what I'm seeing is, this is awfully similar to the Leo reading I did last night. You've been through some total horseshit, but you have an opportunity to move into the future if you can put the baggage of worrying down, and you will get the rewards that are coming to you. My father always told me, and I'll quote this from my dad every video I ever do. I don't give a damn. Your suffering is never for no reason. Ever. Now, before we flip over the outstanding healing message from the Archangel Raphael, we're going to look up some of these cards. I want to see what the Three of Rods and Two of Rods in reverse are all about real quick here. Two of Rods in reverse. Try not to lose heart or let others hold you back. Keep the faith. Perfect. Perfect. Just perfect. Fear and doubt are the only things that throw us off balance in this existence. The Three of Rods in reverse. Someone has a hidden agenda. Be sure offers of help are genuine. You hold the advantage, although you may not know it. Now, that to me speaks directly to the situation I'm in with this auto dealer fraud, Southtown Hyundai of Noonan. And I've got evidence of them falsifying my information on contract. I'm sorry. I'm not a Pisces, although I do have Pisces a little bit in my chart here and there. But that feels like the card that's talking about when they were calling to harass my mother. Like, that happened. And these sons of bitches will pay. Now, the World in reverse. The World is the symbol of a completion, the end of a cycle, and if it's in reverse, I'm not quite sure, and that's why I am going to look it up. So let's see what we got here. The World in reverse. Success may be delayed. You are not quite there yet. Time to filter out imperfections and refine your vision. So that's where you are now. Some of you it might not be. And so, yeah, all that. Of course, I nailed it perfectly again. That's what I do, baby. You all, love you so much, especially if you've made it this far into the video. Thank you so much for the attention. Thank you for putting up with my, I'm sure what some people would call an annoying laugh, although it's hysterically funny to me. But, I can't even, I'm trying to go 90 seconds without making a joke that only I think is funny. So, we'll look up the Four of Cups real quick, and then we'll go on to the Archangel Raphael. Four of Cups. As a youth contemplates three cups, a hand descends from a cloud to offer a fourth. You are jaded or bored with life. Perhaps a bad experience has caused you to withdraw. Josh, are you traversing a period of stagnation? I just took a shot at my buddy there, and I'm sure he'll pick up on it. Sometimes in life, and this is not just for Pisces, I hope I'm saying that right. This is for everybody out there. And this is for everybody in any situation in which you've been done wrong by somebody else. Please, for the love of God, do not let things that other people have done to you that had a negative effect dictate how you will handle future situations. Whether it's, you've been in, and this goes for my ex-fiance as well. She's got Pisces in her Venus. I hope it doesn't sound too dirty, but that's not what I mean. You've been through bad times, okay? And a certain situation has hurt you time and time and time again. It doesn't mean that that's always going to be the end result. It doesn't mean because things have been shitty for a certain period of time, doesn't mean they're always going to be shitty. And that's what I got for you. I'm not going to elaborate too much more on that. I want to get to this healing card because I've done quite enough jabbering, I think, to this point. And, so there we go. Let's see what Raphael has to say. That's my boy. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Dear higher self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. Always, folks, and this comes up in every reading just about for me, always listen to your heart over your head. Your head will get you in trouble, your heart will never fail you. Another message from my late, great father. I love you, Pop. Let's see. When you're worried about your health, it's normal to look for answers by talking to others or researching books and articles. Yet this card reminds you to look inward, just like the hermit. Look inward for answers as well. After all, you're the only one who truly knows your body, including how it feels and what it needs. Archangel Raphael wants you to listen to your physical and emotional feelings, honor them, and tell your healthcare professional about them. Don't hold anything back from your doctor. The more information they have, the better it is for them to treat you. You may be providing important clues for your treatment by speaking candidly. Raphael will give you courage to be assertive in ensuring that all of your needs are met. And some of the possible specific meanings: if you're getting a feeling or thought about making a healthcare change, trust it. Healers and would-be healers would benefit from consulting their intuition in their healthcare protocol as well. If you have a doctor that also has a spiritual side, he's made it known to you, you can always trust that one. Your heart will never fail you. Know that you have the right to your feelings, and you needn't justify them to anyone. Needn't is one of my favorite contractions that exists in this English language. Only work with people who will listen to your feelings. If somebody doesn't care how you feel, they can go somewhere else, and don't give them your attention. If somebody legit doesn't care how you feel, they're of no use to you, and they are not serving your best good. Your best good is clearly not in their interest. So that's what I've got for you, Pisces. I love you guys. Oh, quick note. Just because Raphael is the archangel of Virgos does not mean that he's not willing to help other signs. Michael covers my Leo, half-ass. And the fact is, the archangels, they're all there to help you out when you need them. You can call on any of them. It doesn't have to correlate with your sign. But I would encourage you to go onto the internet and look for your specific sign and what archangel corresponds to that. Just know that the Archangel Raphael clearly and obviously loves me more because I'm half Virgo. I'm sorry, I almost made it through that sentence. Pisces, I love you guys. Everybody always keep the faith. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe and help me to grow this channel. Leave me a comment in the comment sections below. Email me at enlightenedlambs22@gmail.com. We'll be giving out free readings for the foreseeable future. And that's what I got for you. Deuces.